Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
A six-pack of wins has Minnesota right back into the race. The Rangers and the Angels both played games this afternoon, and both those teams won. So as we speak, the Twins in Texas are tied for that second wild card spot, a half game ahead of the Angels. Tonight, the Twins close out their series in St. Petersburg, looking for a second consecutive series sweep on the road. Tommy Milone gets the finale. On Sunday in Baltimore, he pitched an inning in relief and picked up his first major league save. And he'll go against fellow lefty Drew Smyly. The Twins saw plenty of him when he was with Detroit. Smiley's making his third start back after a torn labrum injury. Good evening one final time from St. Petersburg. I'm Marnie Gellner. This has been an impressive stretch for the Twins, winning 6 consecutive games on the road. The last time they did that was in August 2007. That's 8 years ago. And throughout this stretch, the Twins have found some great relief from their bullpen. These guys have come in and picked up the Twins night after night in a big way. 5 wins, 4 saves during the streak, and look at the ERA, a combined 1.05 ERA. Last night it was Brian Dunsing, Blaine Boyer, and Kevin Jepsen shutting the door in the late innings. Jepsen picked up his 3rd save during this stretch. The other save during this string goes to tonight's starter, Tommy Milone, who shifts back into starter mode and is back on the hill, closing out this series with the Rays and looking for a St. Pete sweep. Coming up next.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Luther Nissan Kia. 2 locations, 1 very low price. By Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Dodge. Find your summer of performance with great deals at the Dodge Summer Clearance event. It's been a very good but a very odd road trip for the Twins. Sunday in Baltimore, Tommy Milone got his first career save. And now the road trip will end with Tommy Milone making his 100th career start, hoping to pick up a win as the Twins hope to finish off a very good road trip. And we welcome you for one final time to Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven. A milestone for Tommy Milone, his 100th career start. And what the Twins need more than anything else is for a starting pitcher tonight, Tommy Milone, to pitch deep into the ballgame.
A quality start. Just go 6+ innings. Maybe 3 earned runs or less would be nice. But for Tommy Milone on the mound, we know he's not a guy that's going to blow a lot of hitters, away. He has to change speeds. He hits both corners of the plate, down and away, up and in. Get ahead in the count. Big key for Tommy Milone. Work ahead in the count. Make him chase that little breaking ball or the changeup. And he has had a lot of success, not only this year, but over his career against left-handed hitters. This year, lefties hitting only 168 off of him.
This road trip started with the Twins being swept in New York. Tonight, they hope to make it back-to-back sweeps on the road. New York, and the Twins played competitive games, but in a couple of games the bullpen let them down, and the Yankees ended up sweeping the Twins in a 3-game series. And then something happened when the Twins went to Baltimore.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, the starting staff, but the bullpen starting staff has struggled, but the bullpen has really turned it around. They saw Tommy Milone pick up his first career win or save right there, but all in all, the offense swinging very well, scoring a lot of runs, great defense. And here today, the Twins looking for their 8th straight win.
And the Twins hoping to maintain a lead in the second wild card spot. Paul Molitor's Menard's batting order: Byron Buxton, Brian Dozier, Joe Mauer, Miguel Sano, Trevor Plouffe, Torrey Hunter, Eduardo Escobar, Kurt Suzuki, and Shane Robinson. Facing left-hander Drew Smyly, both starting pitchers pretty tough on lefties. And Buxton takes a first pitch strike.
I might be ahead of myself. They're looking for their 7th straight win. Drew Smyly on the mound, making just his 6th start. His whole season has been around rehabbing a shoulder where he has a torn labrum. Just making his 3rd start since coming back off the disabled list. His 6th start total on the season.
1-1 to Buxton. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Twins saw Smiley when he was a starter / reliever with the Detroit Tigers. Came over to the Rays in the David Price trade.
High fastball got him. Dustin strikes out, 1 away. We'll bring up Brian Dozier. Northland Ford defense for the Rays, and some changes out there. Joey Butler called up. Desmond Jennings put on the disabled list. Kevin Kiermaier in center. Brandon Geyer in right. Longoria, Cabrera, Forsythe, Nava the infielders, and J.P. Arancibia behind the plate. 1 down. Now Brian Dozier. And a first pitch strike. Twins have already won their first season series against the Rays since 2006. Pulled to third, right to Longoria, and an easy play for out number 2.
Yeah, what we have here tonight are 2 left-handed starters that basically are almost the same type of pitchers. They have to rely on changing speeds. Change up right there. Smiley gets a ground ball out.
Malone really tough against lefties. Mauer, the designated hitter, will hit against Smiley. In his career, Smiley has given up just a 192 career batting average to lefties. And a first pitch strike. That's been the pattern all inning long here with Smiley throwing strike 1.
And Joe Mauer just 2 hits in 13 at bats against Drew Smiley.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, you see the velocity right there in the lower part of your screen, and that topped out at 90 miles an hour. There are the career numbers.
And Mauer got one up and in, got a piece, fouling it to the backstop. Twins are 12-12 in August. Obviously a chance to put together their second winning month. 4 games left in the month tonight, and then the 3 at home with Houston. Foul back again.
It's attacking the strike zone. 10 pitches, 9 strikes for Smiley. Smiley just 26 years old, traded July 31st of last year by the Tigers.
Blocked by Arancibia. 1-2. Smiley coming here as part of the David Price trade that sent the other left-hander to Detroit. 1-2. Popped up, backing out of play.
Smiley making his 49th career start, his 13th start for the Tampa Bay Rays. As a Rays starter, he is 4-3 with a 2.31 earned run average. 3-1 last year in 7 starts.
Another 1-2 to Mauer coming. And another one in the dirt, 2-2. Sano on deck. And now 3-2. Mauer having a good plate appearance going here after falling behind quickly.
Last time the Twins faced Smiley, it was last year in June, as when he was a Tiger, he lost 2-0 to Kyle Gibson.
A drive to right field. It hit pretty well. That ball is off the very top of the wall, still in play, and Mauer will have a double. And we'll see if the Twins want to look at that. It looked very close to going out. And I think it hit the screen below the yellow line out there for a double.
Yeah, that line, anything over that yellow line is a home run, and that ball hit that screen just above the wall here in right center field. Geyer goes back, the right fielder. Joe Mauer looked like a changeup. He pulls the ball.
Yep.
You can see it right off the screen, ricocheted back towards center field. Kiermaier, the center fielder, has to retrieve it, and it's a double for Joe Mauer, his 25th of the year.
Smiley got ahead of Mauer 0-2. Mauer ends up at second with a double, and now Sano takes strike one. Well, Smiley's delivered strike one to all four batters here in the first. Up and away.
Well, we mentioned last night Sano, in his 12 home runs, 5 of them have come in the first inning with a runner on or 2.
1-1. Fouled back.
Big swing by Sano.
Hitting just .224 against lefties, hitting over .300 against righties, and I think as he gets more time, this is one number. His ability to hit lefties that the Twins expect will improve considerably. 1-2 to Sano. And again in front of the plate, Mauer thought about third base. It's the third block. First one with a man on base for Aaron Sebia.
Yeah, that's that breaking ball that Smiley is dropping in front of the plate.
Two and two. Fouled down the right field line, chased by Nava, and it is out of play. Smiley was so close to having a very quick, a lightning quick first inning, but now Mauer's at bat, Sano's, and you can see what Sano has done so far in his rookie season. He very quickly is joining a very good rookie class in the American League in 2015. 2-2. Fouled back, another big swing. You've got Correa, Carlos Correa. We'll see him this weekend at Target Field. Buxton, Sano, Rosario for the Twins. There's some supremely talented rookies. You didn't see Devin Travis of the Blue Jays, and he's having a great rookie season.
Yeah, he was on the disabled list when the Twins faced him.
High fastball got him. Sano strikes out. Mauer left at second, and a scoreless top of the first. Tommy Malone will take the mound next. Managerial experience. Kevin Cash, he's done a fine job like Paul Molitor has for the Twins. Twins have won 4 of the 5 games so far. The Menards batting order for Tampa Bay. Brandon Guyer leading off. Daniel Nava hitting second, then Evan Longoria. Logan Forsythe has Drupal Cabrera, Joey Butler, Tim Beckham, Kevin Kiermaier, and J.P. Arancibia.
And it will be Tommy Milone making his 17th start, his 100th career start, his 5th start in his career against the Tampa Bay Rays. And it's his first start as a Minnesota Twin against the Rays. The other starts coming when he was with the Oakland A's.
Geyer to lead things off in the first pitch off the outside corner, ball one. Malone in his last start against the Orioles, just missing some spots like that first pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Especially early on, I believe he threw a little over 24 pitches, 25 pitches in that first inning. But then he settled down nicely. Ended up working 5 1/3 innings in that ballgame. He made one mistake, the home run to Parra after 2 straight singles. That in the 6th inning was taken out of the ballgame. Twins eventually won that game 4-3.
2-1 to Geyer. And a high fastball again at 87 gets another swing and a miss. It's a substandard in terms of velocity, a substandard major league fastball, but we see that a lot when Malone's going well. He can throw it upstairs and get away with it.
We saw Smiley do it in the first inning. So again, both these lefties have to rely on all 4 corners of the plate. Of course, down and away, down and in, up and away, up and in. And changing speeds.
Full count to the leadoff man in the Tampa Bay first. Popped up, back and out of play. Malone, as a starter, has not thrown a pitch in the 7th inning since the All-Star break. He had it going for a while. In fact, in the month of June, he may have been the Twins' best starting pitcher. And into July, for that matter. He had a couple of good starts, but since his start against the Orioles on July 8th, he has not thrown a pitch as a starter in the 7th inning or beyond. And there's ball 4, leadoff walk.
And a rare walk. He's done a good job of making that hitter earn his way on.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Shane Robinson getting another start in left field. Byron Buxton in center. Torrey Hunter in right. Eddie Rosario with the left-hander on the mound getting the starting assignment off. Sano at third. Escobar at short. Dozier at second. Plouffe at first. And Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. Here is Daniel Nava. Switch hitting utility player, hit a home run from the left side of the plate last night.
Yeah, Nava claimed off waivers by the Rays from the Boston Red Sox on August 5th.
And a strike. And I suppose the emergence of Brock Holt, who made it to the All-Star team this year, or on the All-Star roster this year, made Nava probably cut into his playing time quite a bit, and then the numbers weren't there, and so Red Sox wanted to keep him, but the Rays picked him up on waivers. 1 strike. On the ground and into center field. Too hot for Escobar to cover it. And the runner going to third base. First and third, nobody out. Geyer advances to third on a single to center. That'll bring up Longoria.
Take a look at the location. A ball right down the middle, and Nava hitting it right up the middle. Out of the reach of Escobar, hits sharply into center field. And Geyer with good speed goes from first to third.
We've talked about it in every one of Malone's starts in the second half. The pattern we've seen, struggles, a lot of base runners, a lot of pitches thrown in the first inning, and then something kicks in, and he is able to, provided the damage hasn't been too severe in the first inning, settle down and get into the groove he got into in Baltimore. And wouldn't you know it, first and third, nobody out here in the first inning again tonight. Outside, ball 1. Longoria with a home run last night, his 14th of the year. Popped up, short right field. Hunter coming in. Geyer setting up for a tag. There's the catch. Here comes Hunter's throw. It'll be cut off, and the Twins will get a double play.
That's a good cutoff right there by Trevor Plouffe. Geyer was going to score, but for some reason Nava thought that throw was going to go through, and he's thrown out at second base.
So a run is in, 2 down, and that'll bring up Forsythe.
Yeah, credit Longoria with that sacrifice fly, driving in his 57th run. But Torrey doesn't try to throw the ball all the way home in the air. He hits the cutoff man. And you see Nava taking off. He was tagging up from first, is thrown out at second.
That's a free out. I don't know what Nava was thinking. I mean, this doesn't stand to be a 1-0 ball game in the first inning. I don't know why you would do that. So the Twins get 2 outs on 1 pitch. Longoria does get a run batted in. Geyer scores, and now Forsythe. Ball 1, ball 2.
Forsythe probably having the most consistent season for the Rays. Tied with Longoria in home runs, right behind him in runs driven in. And here's a guy coming in spring training, basically a utility type player. And he took over at second base, and he's run with it.
Done a great job, but yet you, in its own way, you look at his season and where he's hitting. He's got 14 home runs, so the Rays bat him cleanup. Twin second baseman has 26 home runs, and he hits second. Deep to left center field, and that one is number 15. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Rays.
Fell behind an account, came in with the fastball, and Forsythe makes it a 2-0 ball game. For Tommy Milone, it's the 16th home run that he has given up.
Right down the middle again.
You see Suzuki sitting away, but Forsythe hitting it a long way.
2-0, and now Cabrera. Fouled away. Since it's the first day of the Minnesota State Fair, it might be fair to call that a State Fair pitch. It would have knocked down all the pins, right? It was right down the middle.
Yeah. I would have been big at the State Fair then.
You would have won a lot of stuffed animals,
yes.
right? And a strike, 0-2.
Cabrera, switch hitter, is a right-handed hitter. He's hitting .302. 2 of his 9 home runs are from the right side of the plate. 2 hits in 11 at-bats against Milone over their meetings.
And in the dirt, nearly hit him. 1-2. In the dirt again, 2-2.
Smiley needed 22 pitches to get out of the first inning. This is pitch number 20 for Milone.
High fly left center field, and Robinson in the gap short of the track ends the inning. A couple for the Rays in the first, and Trevor Plouffe will lead off the second for the Twins. Now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag NorthDataStrongFan. You might just see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Trevor Plouffe to lead things off against Drew Smyly. And another first pitch strike. 5 for 5 for Smyly in first pitch strikes. Trevor, the team leader in runs batted in with 70. 1-1.
Yeah, change up missing right there. Smyly coming off a very good start in his last start in Oakland. Back on the 21st, 5 2/3 innings, no runs allowed.
Something left upstairs, and Trevor fouled it back.
Yeah, Rays ended up winning that ball game, and Smyly won his first game of the year.
Upstairs again. Fouled back. The Rays trade of Price similar to the Twins trade of Johan Santana years ago. Difference was Twins traded Santana in the offseason, and the Rays traded Price. Chopper left side, easy play for Longoria. One away. And the Rays traded Price to the Tigers with a year and a half of club control left. And so in Minnesota, of course, that trade was always scrutinized. Did the Twins get enough for 1 year of Johan Santana's services? Here, the length of time that the Tigers had available to them with David Price was a year and a half. And Smyly, really about all that the Rays got. Austin Jackson ended up going over to Seattle in that deal. But the Twins got a host of players from the Mets for Johan Santana. And that trade will be judged by how healthy and successful Drew Smyly is here in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, Smyly and Hunter, they were teammates for a couple years in Detroit.
3-0 to Hunter. And a strike. Over the course of this road trip, Torre has stated that he feels more comfortable at the plate. A blast to left center field. And Kiermaier leaps at the end and takes it away from Butler. Ball didn't have the carry I thought it did when it left home plate. Kiermaier is able to track it down. Out number 2. You can visit Fox Sports North at the Minnesota State Fair now through Labor Day. You can find them at 1311 Underwood Street across from the Ballpark Cafe. Get your photo taken in their free photo booth. Plus receive a commemorative frame for your 2015 Minnesota State Fair photo from noon to 5 p.m. daily. For more details, visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on upcoming events. Here's Eduardo Escobar, hit 2 home runs as a left-handed batter last night.
Yeah, first time that he's hit 2 home runs in a ball game. And now with a career high 7 home runs. He hit 6 of them last year.
2-0. There's another thing we've seen over the course of this road trip. Nunez got a start, but Eduardo Escobar has been the regular shortstop. 7 extra base hits in his last 7 starts. And a foul back.
Well, last night's ball game against Chris Archer. Escobar hitting a solo home run in the 6th inning, and then in his next at bat in the 8th inning.
Checked his swing. And it's 3-2. Suzuki on deck. Stroked solidly to left. Escobar continues to hit.
You know, he had that interview with Marty last night in the postseason, and he said, what's nice is, yes, that shortstop job is mine now, but I get to play almost every day. And, you know, we saw him play almost every day last year when he hit 275. Remember, it's Danny Santana that the Twins were hoping would be their shortstop. It didn't pan out, which meant Escobar found himself in left field, sometimes at second base, a little bit at short. But now he's getting to play there on a regular basis, getting more at bats, and that average starting to climb a little bit.
Strike one to Suzuki, back in the starting lineup tonight. Chris Herman got the start last night, did a good job at and behind the plate again.
Smiley, pretty good move to first. He has 11 career pickoffs. And quick home.
A high fly to left field. Butler going back at the wall. And off the wall. It's still in play. Suzuki with a double, scoring Escobar. And for the second time in the early innings here, the Twins have just missed hitting a home run.
They're almost shades of what Joe Mauer did in the first inning, hitting it to right center. Suzuki straightaway left field. Almost came close to hitting his 5th home run. Ball left up. And Suzuki got good wood on it. And right off the padding there, just below the home run yellow mark, and Suzuki with his 14th double, driving in his 42nd run.
With 2 outs, of course, Escobar off with the crack of the bat. He scores. It's a 2-1 game. Robinson now trying to extend this 2-out rally. Sebia had a hard time with that pitch. Ball 1. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside. That breaking ball down and in.
It's probably the first time that Aaron Sevilla has caught Smiley, because Aaron Sevilla joined the Rays organization in the middle part of April, but also was sent down at that time, just getting called up a couple days ago. Actually, yesterday. Went to spring training with the Orioles, released, and then signed with the Rays.
Cracked foul. 1-2. Robinson didn't get a chance to make back-to-back starts. Twins facing left-hander Scott Kazmir again. There's an outside chance, I suppose, that he might make another start tomorrow in the homestand opener. A nice job for the Twins this year as the extra outfielder. And he takes up high, 2-2. His walk started the big rally for the Twins last night against Chris Archer in the 7th.
Pitch number 24 for Smiley this inning after 22 in the first.
And lunging but getting a piece. Robinson stays alive. Twins head home after tonight. And while they've got another long road trip ahead of them, 16 of the next 25 games are at Target Field. A great chance for this team to continue to maybe even increase its lead for the second wild card spot. Swing and a miss. Robinson strikes out. Twins put together a couple of 2-out hits to get on the board in the second.
Petersburg. I'm Marnie Gellner. Eddie Rosario has the night off tonight, but he was part of one of the biggest outs of the game last night. He gunned down Kevin Kiermaier trying to tag up from second to third. It was the 12th outfield assist of the season for Rosario. Trevor Plouffe made the tag on that play, and Plouffe told me today that what is so impressive about Rosario is that he's accurate, because a lot of guys have a strong arm, but they're not on target, so it really doesn't matter. So Plouffe said to have him have that strong of an arm and be as accurate as he is incredibly impressive. Dick and Bert, we have seen it a few different times from a few different spots, the way that Rosario can gun that ball.
Thank you, Marty. Yeah, and Paul Mahler said he's been impressed. Here's a drive to center, playable for Buxton. He's been very impressed with how Rosario has transitioned from left to right and back to left. Been a very wonderful addition to this Twins outfield. Outfield defense has hardly been a strength for this team.
Yeah, 12 outfield assists for Rosario.
Tonight's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. And the Orioles leading with 37 outfield assists. Hicks, Rosario, Buxton, Escobar, and has picked up a couple of outfield assists as well. One down. Here's Beckham, and there's ball one.
Yeah, Beckham up and down this year between AAA and the Rays. Hitting at only .231 in his second season.
Swing and a miss. Torrey Hunter's had some assists. I mean, it hasn't been just Rosario in the outfield. It's hard to remember. It seems odd that Twins started with Jordan Schaefer as their center fielder. That was this season. Beckham with a grounder to short. Nice pickup by Escobar. Throws him out. Eduardo Escobar to his left, spinning and firing and getting Tim Beckham.
Yeah, here on this turf in Tampa, you know what, or St. Pete, this turf is pretty quick as that ball runs through the infield. And this ball hit sharply. Escobar reaching as far as he can and then spins and makes an accurate throw over to Trevor Plouffe. So a well hit ball, but Escobar making a great play.
We'll bring up Kevin Kiermaier. And down the middle, a strike. Some balls have been hit well here in the second inning, but there haven't been guys on base. Malone's been throwing more strikes, and the pattern continues. A rough first inning followed by something better. Foul back, 2 strikes. Seems odd with those numbers. Kiermaier hitting so low in the batting order. Great athlete, great speed. That's to the right side and foul. And 2. Landed a foot in front of the right-handed batter's box.
Malone making his 5th career start against the Rays. 2 wins, 2 losses.
Breaking ball, 2-2. CarSoup.com trivia question. The last one on this road trip. And we are, I think we're 9 for 9, aren't we?
Oh, we always are, yes.
Before last night, who was the last outfielder with at least 12 triples and 13 assists in the same season? Poked foul. I read that in the paper this morning. So I'm going to.
Oh, you did.
I'm going to.
Which paper?
What they used to do on whatever it was, the What's My Line or whatever the game show was back a long time. I'm going to withdraw from the question. Here's a liner to center and a base hit. Kiermaier aboard with a 2-out single.
Yeah, rare hit against Malone to a left-hander. Left-handers hitting just 168. That's 17 hits now and 96 at bats.
So the Rays get a 2-out hit in the second, and now J.P. Arencibia. It'll be a challenge for Arencibia to have spent his time in the minor leagues with the Rays and now trying to get accustomed to catching the major league staff.
Kiermaier at first base, 15 stolen bases in 18 attempts. And Malone likes Smiley. Very good move to first.
Down the middle, a strike. Twins right after the All-Star break were 10 games above the 500 mark. In late June, the Rays were 10 games above the 500 mark. First 70 games, they were 40 and 30. Inside. And a lot of people in baseball were wondering, hey, can the Twins hang on and stay above 500? Hey, can the Rays continue their good play and stay above 500? And the Rays have fallen back. The Twins had fallen back, but now have caught a second wind here on this road trip. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Usually when a team turns things back around, they do it with starting pitching. The starting rotation just kind of takes the lead and everybody follows. In this case, it's been just the opposite. The starters have not done well, but the bullpen has bailed this team out. 1-2.
That's why I think you see, Dick, you know, I mean, Terry Ryan probably had some other opportunities maybe to improve the ball club, but what he really isolated on was the bullpen.
And while the Twins have been on the road, Neil Cott's added another veteran left-handed reliever. 1-2. Just off the plate, 2-2. Prior to the trading deadline, the Twins, of course, had no way of knowing that Phil Hughes would go on the disabled list. Hughes' return is not imminent. Tyler Duffy did okay last night, but he gave his team a chance to win. Swing and a miss, and Malone finishes off a better second inning. It's 2-1 as we go to the third. Thank you, Kevin Gorg. It's a 2-1 ball game here, and Byron Buxton will lead off the third against Drew Smiley. Twins with 3 hits against Smiley. Buxton struck out swinging in the first inning.
Now Smiley, 50 pitches. This will be pitch number 50. 3 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed.
1-2. Smiley 6 home runs allowed. They've all been solos in just 28 and the third innings now. And Buxton strikes out for the second time.
Buxton a little tardy on that fastball. Smiley picking up his 4th strikeout. Yeah, the 6 home runs he's allowed have been solo, all to right-handed hitters. That fastball right by him.
And now Brian Dozier hit a bouncer to Longoria his first time up. Strike 1. He's trying to extend a road winning streak to 7 games. We've seen them on the brink of falling out of the wild card race to moving into the second spot. Fouled away, and it's 2 strikes. Dozier takes, and it's 1-2.
All 3 pitches to Brian so far have been off-speed pitches.
3 hits for the Twins have all come with 2 outs. Dozier trying to get one here with 1 out in the inning. And now 2-2.
There's a fastball up.
And 2. Bauer on deck. Twins took 2 out of 3 from the Rays in Minnesota. Already won the first 2 here. Full count to Dozier. And he took a walk. And hasn't taken as many this year, and he'll take that one with 1 out. Twins and Houston Astros square off at Target Field this weekend. Friday night, it's a Friday night fireworks with music presented by Cities 97 and a special happy hour at Barrio from 4:30 to 5:30. Saturday, a DQ Sensational Saturday. Sunday, a Super America Not Whole Kids Day. Call 800-33-TWINS. Visit twinsbaseball.com for tickets. Here is Mauer, doubled off the fence in right center. His first time up, he takes strike 1. Joe slipping over into the DH spot.
Joe with that base hit, getting his average into the 270s. He's been swinging a better bat.
1-1.
Picking up 3 hits in last night's win.
A speed pitch. More lunges and misses. 1-2.
Smiley for the Tigers kind of used as a starter, but then also in the bullpen he was kind of used both ways. 2013 completely in the bullpen, 63 appearances. He went 6-0 out of that Tiger bullpen.
Fouled away. Earlier we looked at that trade from the Tampa Bay perspective and everything in terms of their value for David Price will rest on Drew Smyly, but from the Detroit perspective, I mean, they're in tough shape. They're scrambling just to put a rotation together. They've had some injuries as they traded Price. You know, Randy Wolf started for him today, and one inning he didn't throw a pitch over 77 miles per hour. Bauer driving it to center, but it's slicing back to Kiermaier. And there's out number 2. And that'll bring up Sano.
Good job by Verlander, but you know Verlander's been pretty bad all season long, fighting injuries. Anibal Sanchez is down.
Verlander nearly threw a no-hitter last night, but it was just his second win of the year.
Right.
Pitched awfully well in his last half dozen starts. Dozier still at first, and now Sano, who went down swinging in the first.
Dozier leading the club in stolen bases with 10.
50 at bats against left-handed pitching for Sano. 11 hits, 4 doubles, and just 1 home run. Over the inside corner. A high fly to deep left center field. It hit the catwalk, I think, and came back by second base. That should be a home run. As I understood the ground rule, my gosh, that ball hit the catwalk over the left field fence. And I thought on that ring, if it hit that ring, it was a home run. But apparently not. How does that ball would have been 100 feet over the fence in left center? And now Paul Molitor is going to ask about that. On the B ring, which is what that ball hit, the ball is in play. So I stand corrected. But I didn't think a human being could hit a baseball that far.
That is unbelievable shot right there by Sano. That ball would have left, might have put a hole in this roof. But my goodness, you see that ball come back. Nobody saw where that ball hit off the catwalk. So it'll be an RBI double for Sano.
That might be the hardest ball I've ever seen hit. Ever. It almost looked like it was still climbing. Well, we'll see if the Twins can bring Sano around. He's tied the game up with an impressive double. And Plouffe takes outside a ball, 1-1.
It's another reason that Major League Baseball has to look to move the Rays. They shouldn't not have to play in a field like this with all those catwalks above the players.
Plouffe drives it to center. That's hit a long ways. Kiermaier on the edge of the track makes the catch. Sano ties the game with a double, and we're tied at 2. presented by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By NorthlandFord.com and your local Northland Ford dealer. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here.
4 different rings suspended over the field here. 2 of them are home runs if a ball hits them. Miguel, there's a swing and a foul, 1 strike. Remember David Ortiz at the Metrodome hit one off a speaker in right center field. It would have gone 500 feet, and I think he got a single in that instance. So I don't suppose it's right for anybody from Minnesota to complain about what we just saw. We had balls rattle around the speakers and all that. Eddie Guardado infamously caught a big out in the 9th inning on one that bounced off the speaker. But my goodness, that honestly, the ball looked like it was still climbing when it hit the catwalk. It did tie the game, and we'll see if Malone can put up a few zeros here. That's hit to center, and Buxton makes the catch, 1 away.
He just glides over to make that catch.
2 nights ago, there were 3 balls that I thought were going to land for hits, and you look up, and he's already halfway there, made the catches. 1 down, Daniel Nava, the batter.
Nava base hit in his first at bat. Hit that ball sharply up the middle for the first hit for the Rays in the first inning.
Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. We'll never know, of course, but I'm catching myself imagining where that ball.
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at the U.S. flag myself.
That's where I thought. I thought that ball might have traveled that far. It's maybe 700 feet from home plate, but it sure was on the right arc. Wow. And a strike call.
Good fastball inside.
Again, if it hits 2 of those rings, it's called a home run. And the other 2, the ball is in play. Outside, 2-2. Former Rays reliever Fernando Rodney was sold from the Mariners to the Cubs today. Bolster their bullpen with a veteran acquisition. 2-2. And now 3-2. And Malone's rocky first inning, it was a leadoff walk that started the trouble for him. He walked Geyer, Nava singled. Fly ball scored 1 run. Forsythe's home run scored the other. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 2 down.
Good changeup right there. Malone picks up his 2nd strikeout.
Friday, October 2nd, it's Zubaz Palooza as the Twins take on the Royals. A limited quantity of special ticket packages are available that include a pair of Twins Zubaz. For tickets, visit twinsbaseball.com/Zubaz. That is the first of the final 3-game series of the regular season against a Royals team that might very well have things clinched by then. The Royals have a 12-game lead over the Twins in the division. The Royals also have a 6-game lead over the other division leaders for the best record among the division leaders. That would secure them home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So it might very well be. There's a tapper to short. Escobar charges, flips. Good play and a nice stretch and reach by Plouffe at first base. And Malone has a 1-2-3 third.
Torrey Hunter leads off the Twins, top of the 4th inning here, and I was talking to Torrey before the game about how much this ballpark reminds him of the Metrodome. He said you look up for a pop fly, you lose some of them in the ceiling or in the lights or off a speaker or in this case off of catwalks. He said the turf is also similar in that it hurts. He said it just has a Metrodome kind of feel to it. You kind of miss it, but then again, you kind of don't. Dick and Bert, Torrey said he has fond memories of the Dome, but he said, I got to tell you, it makes me love Target Field and realize how awesome it is even more.
Well, thank you, Marty. Torrey leading things off, and he fouls it back. When we were in the Metrodome and we would come here, I always felt that this was more of a baseball park. The seats face the infield and were much more, I mean, the layout much more suitable for baseball than the Metrodome ever was.
Yeah, I agree. Ground ball right there to Cabrera at short, and Torrey Hunter's a first out here in the top of the 4th inning. The only thing I don't like about the ballpark is exactly what we saw, the catwalks, where they come into play. I think it's a very bright stadium, and it's just sad that the fans here in St. Petersburg and the Tampa Bay area don't support this club better.
One of the ironies is back in 1984, the Minnesota Twins almost moved to this area. The minority owner of the time sold his interest to a business group down here, and it looked for all the world as if the Twins might leave the Twin Cities to come here, not in this building necessarily, it wasn't built yet, but to move to this market. And then Calvin Griffith sold the majority interest of the ball club to Carl Pohlad, and that kept the team there. Then Mr. Pohlad bought the minority interest and ended up buying the whole ball club. 1-1 to Eduardo Escobar, and he drives one to center. Escobar sending one to deep center. Kiermaier back, and another home run for Escobar.
How about Eduardo Escobar? 2 last night. Hits another one here today, straightaway center, this time as a right-handed hitter. So a career high 8 home runs, 3 of them hit over the last couple nights for Escobar. A breaking ball that stayed up, and Escobar got underneath it and showed off his power.
2 of them from the left side last night, now a home run from the right side. And based on the early returns this year and what we saw last year, for fans who are wondering where the Twins going to find a shortstop, he may be the guy. He's hit a lot better since he's been returned to his preferred position and played there on a regular basis. He's gotten some huge hits on this road trip. Fouled back, and the Twins taking a lead now. Single runs in innings 2, 3, and 4. Suzuki drove in a run with a double in the second. Cracked down the line, and a fair ball out of Longoria's reach. And the Twins are tattooing Drew Smiley. Suzuki's second double of the ball game. Sano's double should have left the yard. Escobar did hit a home run, and now Suzuki backs it up with a double here in the 4th inning.
Now Suzuki hitting very well on this road trip, and he hit that ball right down that left field line. It's just a matter of if it was going to stay fair, and it did. He smoked that ball down the left field line.
And now Robinson, who left Suzuki aboard, striking out to end the second inning.
Smiley getting ahead in the count. 17 batters, 14 first pitch strikes, but having a tough time finishing off batters.
Excuse me, chopper. Suzuki will advance.
It'll be a tough play.
And back it by the first baseman Nava, and here comes Suzuki to score a run. Robinson should get an infield hit, and then an error on Cabrera, and the Twins have taken a 2-run lead.
Yeah, kind of a check swing right there with Robinson's speed. I think Cabrera knew he'd have to hurry up and throw it, and he short hopped Nava over at first base. And Suzuki with 2 outs keeps going. He scores the second run of the inning. It is a base hit for Robinson. No RBI. As Suzuki scores on the error by Cabrera, just his 6th error of the year.
It wasn't a real good job by Nava, though, either.
Nava expected that ball to come up. It stayed down and got underneath his glove.
Buxton with a swing and a foul. He's had a tough time against Smiley, striking out twice, swinging. In the dirt, blocked by Aaron Sebia. Reds fell behind 2-0 in the first, but now a run in the second, a run in the third, 2 so far here in the fourth. And now 2-1. Three and one.
We've seen Buxton a little tardy on the fastball from Smiley.
Shouldn't be on 3 and 1.
No,
should
he shouldn't be. He should be ready for that fastball.
Swung through it. That's 3 and 2.
Must be having a tough time. There are certain pitchers that hitters just have a tough time picking up the ball right away.
It's all a work in progress, but Buxton coming into the game hitting left-handers 100 points less than a right-hander. Foul tip. Aaron Sebia hangs on, and Buxton is struck out for the 3rd time. 2 down. We'll bring up Dozier.
Smiley picking up his 5th strikeout. Buxton 3 of those 5. Well, 3-1 fastball, 3-2 fastball. Got a piece of it, but right into the glove of Aaron Sebia.
Dozier walked and scored in the 3rd. Slow breaking ball misses. Got a call here.
Got a call?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw him a high fastball. And Dozier's going to hit it out.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't seen a fastball yet in this at bat. 2-0.
A lot of pitchers for Smiley here in the 4th inning. Number 87 coming toward home plate.
Takes a strike.
You can see he's going to go over 20 all 4 innings.
There goes Robinson, and the pitch hit to the corner. And caught by Butler. Dozier hit it right on the button for the final out of the inning. Eduardo Escobar with a home run to put the Twins in front, and then later a 2nd run in the inning.
has been a very used but very successful Twins bullpen. We have our Sanford Health injury report on closer Glenn Perkins. And before the game, Paul Molitor said it's really a fluid situation with the back that really locked up on Perkins on Sunday afternoon in Baltimore. Molitor said that Perkins is potentially available tonight. He said Sunday after that game in Baltimore that Perkins was walking more like a penguin than a human. But so far he's had some treatment, some chiropractor work, and Molitor said it's a day-to-day thing right now. Dick and Bert, it will be interesting if there is a save situation tonight, which direction the Twins go.
Well, thank you, Marty. Glenn Perkins had a bullpen session this afternoon. Popped up right side, Dozier into short right field. And he had more trainers than coaches watching what was going on out there, and talked to the people involved in it, and it all went pretty well. I would think it would be unlikely that the Twins would go to Perkins today, but we didn't think he'd pitch Sunday in Baltimore either.
Yeah, I guess that we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully he does, or there is a save opportunity. Or the Twins just take a big lead and don't have to worry about a save opportunity.
Last night, Perkins never made it out to the bullpen. I don't see him out there now either. And for Malone, he's survived a rough start. Now just 51 pitches thrown. He's gotten 10 outs. Gets ahead of Cabrera. A lot more first pitch strikes than we saw in the first inning. Inside 1-1. Just think of this road trip. And the winning pitchers and the pitchers who've gotten saves. You come out of New York, you've had 3 disheartening losses to the Yankees once again, and it looks like the season is slipping away. And then Duffy gets a win, then 5 relievers get wins, and the saves go to Jepsen, Malone, and Jepsen. I don't know how you could possibly predict all that. 1-2 to Cabrera. Boyer activated yesterday. He comes in, pitches 2 scoreless innings.
Yeah, Fiend picked up a couple wins. Perkins got the win in the extra inning ball game. J.R. Graham picked up his first major league win and then put on a disablist to activate Boyer.
Tapper to second. Easy play for Dozier. Cabrera retired. Malone on one of those rolls now. He's sent down 6 men in a row.
And then last night's ball game, Dunsing got the win with the Jepsen save.
Joey Butler will hit with Desmond Jennings on the disabled list. And Malone wants a different baseball. What an acquisition Kevin Jepsen has been for the Twins, given what has happened. I mentioned that the trade deadline, no one could anticipate that Phil Hughes would go on the disabled list, but similarly, no one imagined Glenn Perkins would be largely unavailable for almost all of this, perhaps, season-turning road trip. And Jepsen stepped in like he was a right-handed version of Glenn Perkins in the first half. Another first pitch strike and another ground ball. This one hit to Escobar. Good clean inning for Tommy Malone. In the 5th inning, the Twins will send Joe Mauer, Miguel Sano, and Trevor Plouffe leading by a pair. Twins in front after falling behind 2-0 early. It's 4-2 now, and Joe Mauer will lead off the fifth against Drew Smyly. Twins with 7 hits and a bunch of doubles and a home run. Mauer with one of the doubles.
Yeah, probably Smiley's last inning. This will be pitch number 90 for a guy that's just making his 3rd start coming back after a long bout with rehab and everything that goes with that bad shoulder.
Kind of skipped to Forsythe. He stayed with it, made the play, 1 down. That'll bring up Sano. And we've already seen him do some remarkable things, and add this to the list.
He hit that fastball so far, and it hit the B ring here at the stadium and bounced back towards center field. And Sano ends up getting only a double. But it did score Brian Dozier, and at the time that tied the game at 2 apiece.
They say it's the 3rd ball this year that's hit that ring.
Who are the other 2 animals?
Casali and Beckham. 1 strike to Sano. Checked his swing. 1-1. I think, to be fair, the ball that he hit, it is fair to say it had just reached its apex, its peak. It never got above that ring. Fouled back. So to have a ball hit that high, that far away, and hit something and bounce back, you have to wonder where it would have ended up. 2-2 to Sano. Full count. Plouffe on deck. And a base hit. No time for Cabrera to react on a line drive to left.
Smiley tried that fastball in and then took something off, and Sano just stayed back nicely and just popped it through the infield. His 2nd hit.
Mountain Dew fans of the game. Twins fans here, and they're quite visible because there aren't many Rays fans here. And they have seen the Twins extend a late season road winning streak to 6 games, longest of the year. Here's Plouffe. Ball 1. Activity in the Rays bullpen, with the Twins hoping to keep their string of scoring innings, hoping to extend it to 4.
Yeah, Brandon Gomes down in that bullpen.
And a close pitch taken for ball 3. Hunter on deck.
Smiley with 1 walk in the ball game, 5 strikeouts. She's given up 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 unearned run.
The 4-pitch walk will send Sano to second base. Kevin Cash coming to the mound. He's going to make a move. Disappointing outing for Smiley, who was really good in his last outing. Wasn't very good here today. Quick trip to the mound for a pitching change with the Twins getting into the Rays bullpen. 1 out in the 5th, leading by a pair. Twins trying to expand the lead from 4-2.
And Brandon Gomes, who worked in last night's ball game, worked the one inning, did give up a home run to Escobar in the 8th inning, making his 47th relief appearance. Gomes in his 5th season with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Hunter 0 for 2, a fly ball to center and a bouncer to short.
Gomes with a fastball in the low 90s, slider, and a split finger. 30 years old. Originally signed by the Padres back in 2007.
And Hunter drives it to the right field corner, foul.
And again, Aaron Sebia, who has not caught a lot of these pitchers, out to talk to Gomes.
One strike to Hunter. Inside. And it's 1-1. Beyond the Twins' success during this winning streak, you go back the whole road trip and you could reduce the success or failure to one component, the bullpens. In the Yankee series, the Yankee bullpen, foul, the Yankee bullpen was just better than the Twins bullpen because the games were all decided late. And then since Baltimore, game 1 in Baltimore, although that game was kind of a blowout, everything that has transpired since the other 5 wins, the Twins bullpen has been better than the other guys.
Bullpen has been good. The offense has really picked up. The starting staff scoring a lot of runs. Coming into this ball game, averaging just over 6 runs per game. And hitting almost 280 as a ball club.
Hunter taps it to third. Longoria to second, and it's a double play around the horn. Gomes does his job keeping this a 4-2 game.
Circle me signs. And if you get circled, you may find yourself in a Minnesota Lottery winner circle where you could win $100 worth of lottery scratch-off tickets, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery.
Rays got the first 2 runs. Twins got the next 4. Bottom third of the Tampa Bay lineup. Tim Beckham, Kevin Kiermaier, and J.P. Arancibia. Facing Tommy Milone, who had his usual first inning issues and now has settled down, giving up just 1 base hit in the last 3 innings.
He's retired the last 7 Rays in a row.
And And he's thrown a lot more of those first pitch strikes.
Last 11 batters, 8 first pitch strikes for Malone.
Modest pitch count, 58 pitches. Up, wasn't even inside that much, 1-1. And he does that. That's part of his game. Tommy, I think, better than any other Twin starter, will pitch inside off the plate to give himself some room within the strike zone.
To me, you know, Tommy Malone is what you call a pitcher. He has to be. He's not going to get a lot of strikeouts by blowing guys away. He's got to hit his spots.
The right field corner fair by a foot. And a fan catches it. It'll be a double. A leadoff double here in the fifth.
Good piece of hitting right there by Beckham. After that fastball up and in, Malone throws that changeup down and away, and Beckham just went out and went with it. His 7th double of the year. Suzuki wants that pitch away, and that's where it was.
Off the plate.
Yep, but Beckham just reached out, hit it right down that right field line. It would have been a double anyway, but the fan does touch the ball for a ground rule double.
Fox Tracks presented by Dodge, and now Kiermaier. Kiermaier singled his first time up. Breaking ball snaps over, strike one. Third and a late stop sign, and Buxton had conceded the run. He just flipped it into second base. Fans here don't like it. The Rays did not score on the single up the middle. First and third, nobody out.
This ball hit right back up the middle, and you know, Beckham had to kind of hold up because it looked like Malone may have a chance to get it, but it got by him in the center field.
A little bit of respect for Buxton's arm with the stop sign being put on, even though Buxton on that play was going to concede the run. First and third. And the batter's J.P. Arancibia struck out his first time up. Kiermaier a threat to steal at first. A high fly to center field. Buxton back. Catches made, the run scores. Here's Buxton's throw to second on the fly, and Kiermaier has to hold up at first. So on back-to-back pitches, we've seen the respect for Buxton's arm. A stop sign put up late, and then Kiermaier looked and went a third of the way to second base, and on a deep fly ball decided not to try it.
Arancibia picking up his first run batted in as a Ray.
One down, a 1-run lead. Kiermaier at first, and now Geyer.
And again, you know, Kiermaier with great speed, but Buxton was way out there. I mean, he's 400 feet away, but he got behind that ball nicely, ready to make a throw to second base, and it was a good throw.
And remember, it was Kiermaier yesterday who was thrown out by Rosario in right field as he was trying to go from second to third. One strike. Geyer with a walk and a run scored. He lined out to Buxton in the third. Missing inside, 1-1. Field, hit right at Hunter. He decoyed like he lost it, and then it looked like he might have actually lost it for a while. 2 down, and that'll bring up Nava. If you're coming to a game this weekend, be sure to stop by the Plaza for the Target back-to-school weekend. They've got a lot of activities going on. Kids 18 and under can get their hair cut. And they're giving away school supplies. And you can participate in some fun school photos. Target back to school this weekend on the Plaza.
You know, when Torrey Hunter does that, or an outfielder does that, believe me, as a pitcher, you know, you're standing on the mound and you see your outfielder like not lose it. You're already running back toward third base to back up third.
So whether you decoy the runner or not, you might decoy the pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
Nice dig by Suzuki, ball one.
Yeah, your heart is falling because, you know, here's a fly ball right here. Torrey Hunter, you know, showing like, okay, where is it? He does pick it up, but Malone right away, and Torrey, big smile on his face. But as a pitcher, you're saying, uh-oh, I got to go back up third.
1-0 to Nava. Malone, one of the reasons he's so deceptive and so hard to steal, and a lot of left-handers do it. Andy Pettit did it. Great job. Their body moves toward home plate, but their leg, which is all that really matters, steps toward first base.
Yeah, 13 career pickoffs for Tommy Malone. And again, Kiermaier at first base, good speed, 15 stolen bases.
One 1-0 to Nava. See, that time his body moved toward home plate, but as long as you step toward first base and throw to first, you won't have a balk call.
Yeah, and as long as that right foot of Tommy Malone, the one he brings up, doesn't cross the back of that pitching rubber, it's not a balk. So you can hold it a little bit. And the runner almost has to guess when to go.
That's hit to center, a base hit. Buxton will get it in quickly. The ball fired to second base. Kiermaier left at third. And the Rays have the tying run at third with 2 down.
And remember that the high fly ball, that sacrifice fly that Kiermaier did not tag up, that might have tied the game right there, thanks to Buxton getting that ball in quickly and keeping Kiermaier at first base.
And now Longoria. Buxton, or excuse me, Malone was on a bit of a roll until this inning, but now the Rays have 3 hits, a deep fly ball, and the tying run 90 feet away. Up high, ball 1.
Longoria, American League Rookie of the Year back in 2008, 3-time All-Star.
I know. And a one-hopper to Escobar. He has time to set and fire and end the inning. The Rays get 3 hits and 1 run. It'll be Escobar, who is a single and a home run already tonight, leading off the 6th. Already tonight, the bottom thirds had an impact with another home run by Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar, a base hit in the second inning, later scored, and then Escobar with his 8th home run of the year in the 4th inning.
2 home runs last night and another one tonight. This time as a right-handed batter. Kiermaier gave it a great effort. But Escobar 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Suzuki 2 for 2, a pair of doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. And Robinson 1 for 2.
It was Brandon Gomes on the mound now that Escobar hit his 2nd home run of the ball game last night off of.
Twins have never been known for an abundance of switch hitters, but still seems odd that only 3 of them have homered from each side of the plate. Roy Smalley, Chili Davis, and Ryan Doman. One and one to Escobar, and now 2-1.
And everything has been away. It was Escobar with a fastball in from Gomes that hit the home run. So Gomes this time around, everything outer half of the plate. Arancibia sitting out again.
Fouled back. A good cut on a 3-1 pitch, and now it's a full count. Coincidence or not, he's swinging the bat every bit as well now as he did last year when he was the regular shortstop. Suzuki will follow. Popped up. And backpedaling is Cabrera. 1 down. And that'll get us to Suzuki. Hey, in 1976, you were with the Texas Rangers? Or were you with the Twins yet?
Well, I got traded, I believe, in June.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, the White Sox tonight are having throwback uniform day back to 1976, but that was also the year that they played in shorts for 3 games.
I would have loved to have seen that. I think Greg Luzinski was on that ball club at the time.
Only 3 games. I thought it was more than that, but what an awful idea. The players hated it, I'm sure. And, you know, how do you slide?
You don't.
1 strike to Suzuki.
I think Wilbur Wood was there at the time, too. That's a Bill Veck bot.
Now, was that the year they had Disco Demolition Night? Was that another one of their promotions?
I believe that was against the Texas Rangers. I don't think I was there yet when that happened.
0-2 to Suzuki. A near home run in the second. This one lifted foul over the Tampa Bay dugout. Then he drove a double into the left field corner in the 4th. Oh, 0-2 to Kurt Suzuki. 1-2. Twins getting into the Tampa Bay bullpen in the 5th inning. And Gomes got a double play grounder to end the building threat in the 5th. Foul back.
Gomes, originally signed by the Padres, came over to the Rays in the Jason Bartlett trade. Jason Bartlett, former Twin, now retired, lives down in the Naples, Florida area.
2-2. Twins very briefly brought him out of retirement. And that was just last year. Two and two. Bounced foul. Gene Glenn wants no part of it. Twins 4 games above 500. They have seen the the Texas Rangers climb back into a wild card tie with the Twins with a win earlier today. Each team 65 and 61. Suzuki finally strikes out. 2 down.
Gomes picks up a strikeout, his first.
Coming up this weekend, a DQ sensational Saturday, Super America Not Whole Kids Day. The Twins taking on the first place Houston Astros. Haven't said that since they've come over to the American League. The first 5,000 fans, 14 and under, both Saturday and Sunday, get a bullseye plush presented by Target. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets. Get your tickets today. Looking forward to seeing the Astros. We haven't seen them yet this year, and we will see them back-to-back weekends. Robinson tries to turn around a fastball.
Yes, he did.
3 games in Minnesota, and then next weekend the Twins play in Houston. Start of another 3-city week-and-a-half long road trip. Popped up, out of play, 2 strikes now. Gomes is throwing strikes. Gelt's warming up. Oh, and 2 to Robinson. 1 and 2. Pointed out the schedule after the Houston series. In Houston, the Twins have just 1 series outside their division. The 4 games at home with the Angels. Most of the competition will be within the American League Central. 2 and 2. And one of the things that's really been nice, you'll take a 6-game winning streak anytime you can get one, but this 6-game winning streak has been built against teams the Twins are fighting for a wild card spot. Baltimore and now the Rays. Tap to the right side. Forsythe has an easy play, and Gomes has a 1-2-3 6 inning.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by McDonald's. With $1.69 iced coffees and 69-cent vanilla cones, you can get totes, treats, excited all summer long at McDonald's.
All right, let me ask you, would you put your hand in there with those Rays in there?
World. There's not one chance in the world. But we ought to do that at Target Field. We ought to have a tank out there with like Muskies and Northerns. Strike at the knees, a breaking ball. Forsythe, Cabrera, and Butler. I have no idea where we'd put that. I just, we could, if we had room, we could put an aquarium out there and people could go fishing in between innings if they wanted to.
I don't think that'll happen.
Okay. 1-1.
Well, Forsythe hit a home run off of Malone in the first inning, his 15th of the year. 2 straight curveballs and a fastball in right there, fouled off. Big inning right here for Malone. It's been a tough chore for starters to get at least 6 innings in. Last night, Duffy was taken out. Tyler Duffy in the 6th inning. Not a lot of quality starts. There's only been one on this road trip, and that was Tyler Duffy. His outing in Baltimore, where he worked into the 8th inning.
Wayne Boyer, who pitched 2 innings last night, getting loose down in the Twins bullpen. Wicked hop, and Sano can't field it, and it rolls to the mound, bullpen mound. Go to second base. Not in time, a leadoff double for Forsythe. And we'll bring up Cabrera.
We have seen Sano play a clean third base when he has been over there, has yet to commit an error. And that ball right there, that is a tough play. That one little hopper right in front of you. Forsythe reaching out and hitting this ball sharply to Sano. That hits off his glove. Would have been a great play if he had made it, but it should be, and it is, a double for Forsythe. His second hit.
Tying run at second, nobody out. Cabrera's hit a fly ball to left and a ground ball to second. Twins are playing the corners in as if they're anticipating a bunt from Cabrera here. Squaring, he bunts it in the air. Suzuki can't quite get there. We have seen some poor bunts, and the Twins were lucky that things turned out the way they did in the 7th inning last night with their bunting game. A couple of bunt singles, one of them popped up by Dozier. Earlier in the game, Buxton popped up a bunt.
Remember, Buxton last night did lay down a sacrifice bunt, then beat it out with his speed, and then Dozier followed with a ball that Chris Archer just couldn't get to, and that was the end of Archer's night.
One strike to Cabrera. Twins still playing the corner infielders in a little bit. Paul Molitor said that within the game last night, hopefully a lesson learned for Buxton. He tried to be really quick and drop that first bunt down to make it a perfect bunt. Popped it up. He was out. But in the next bunting attempt, he squared, took his time, just put the ball on the ground, and still had the speed to beat it out. It wasn't that great of a bunt, or it wasn't a bunt intended to get a base hit at all. 2 strikes to Cabrera. Malone looking for a strikeout. And the pitch taken. Malone just missed the corner.
Now Tommy with a couple strikeouts in the ball game. Trying to go inside. Suzuki sitting inside.
Ooh. Foxtrax had that on the corner. And Suzuki held it there. Big non-call by Paul Emmel. Popped up. Might not matter. Sano. With the catch. So Cabrera does not advance Forsythe, one away.
Well, they went back inside again, and Cabrera opened up quickly and popped it straight up.
As promised earlier in the game, we've gotten so many great pictures this year. We've selected the Data Strong Fan photo of the game. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag North Data Strong Fan.
Oh, come on, they didn't have more photos than that.
A chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile.
Nice going, Heather.
Yeah? Is that this year?
No, that was, I think, earlier this year, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Joey Butler will bat with Forsythe still at second base. Ball one.
Yeah, with Jennings going on a disabled list, Joey Butler getting recalled. Started the season in AAA, called up in May, then optioned out about 2 weeks ago, and then just recalled.
That's to left center. And down for a hit. Rounding third, heading home. Forsythe ties the game, and on the throw to the plate, Butler goes to second.
Yeah, mistake by Escobar right there.
Well, the Rays have tied it, and Escobar, with the mistake of throwing home, allowing Butler to go to second base. An RBI single for Butler.
Butler picking up his 23rd run batted in. Hitting that ball right in the left center. Forsythe kind of had to hold up. And once he saw that ball hit the turf, he ran home toward home, and Escobar from short left field threw it home and allowed Butler to go from first to second.
Tommy Malone with a good little run into the fifth, but a run in the fifth and now one more in the sixth. And another short start for a Twin starter. Duffy pitched to 5 2/3 last night, or 5 1/3, and that's what Tommy Malone gives the Twins with Blaine Boyer coming on in relief.
Yeah, Blaine Boyer, 2 good shutout innings last night, picked up his 16th hold of the year, making his 53rd relief appearance, his second since just being activated off the disabled list.
Jaso hitting for Beckham. First pitch fouled back. Now the Rays have 12 pitchers, meaning normally they have 4 bench players, but James Loney has dropped his appeal and he is serving his 1-game suspension tonight. Nevertheless, Kevin Cash going to his bench in the 6th here with only 2 remaining bench moves. The backup catcher and Grady Sizemore. 1 strike. Inside, a ball. Twins activating Boyer before the game yesterday, putting J.R. Graham. Now, I don't know whether, I believe Boyer may have gotten called for going to his mouth without wiping off, or at least has been warned about that. We always see him go to his mouth but then wipe off. And if I understood Paul Emmel and the exchange he had with Boyer, they were talking about wiping off after you go to your mouth, as Boyer just did there.
You see right there, going to his mouth and then rubbing his hand on his right pants.
So we believe the count's 2-1, and just a warning was given to Boyer. Dribble to the right side. And Plouffe flips to Boyer onto the bag. He nearly fell down. He's got to quickly turn around. He was concerned about regaining his balance. And Butler rounded third and kept an eye on the pitcher covering the bag.
That was a nice feed by Plouffe. He got the ball to Boyer quickly, and then Boyer looking for the bag. Maybe twisting the ankle. He's kind of kicking that right ankle around. Going to reach back to get the bag.
For a split second, he might have forgotten that was just the second out. He's only been asked to get one out here. Kevin Kiermaier will face
Neil Kotz.
Neil Kotz, yep. Out there for too long, and as it turned out, he was just asked to get one batter, setting up Kotz for Kiermaier.
Yeah, Neil Kotz coming over from the Brewers on the 21st of this month, making his third appearance as a Minnesota Twin. Pitched here on Tuesday night, an inning and 2/3. Did give up a home run, but the Twins ended up winning 11-7.
Kiermaier with a couple of singles. Go ahead, run at third, outside ball one. He's got the first two runs and now the two latest runs to tie the game at 4. Strike called, 1-1.
Kotz throws a lot of sliders along with a fastball. Slider is his best pitch. Fastball in.
But you know what? It was up. I don't know that it was in that much. The way Kiermaier ducked to get out of the way, but take a look at replay. That was right almost over the inside corner, wasn't it?
You have to pitch both sides of the plate and ball in a little bit. Kiermaier getting out of the way.
2-1.
See if they go back in again. They do.
A swing and a miss.
You know, so many times you see pitchers go in, maybe knock down a hitter like that, then they go away, and that's a good pitch right there. Kiermaier might have been looking, okay, another slider away. He swung through the high fastball. Now Suzuki's setting away.
That gets away from Suzuki, and the go-ahead run will score. Suzuki Might get charged with a pass ball there. You don't see many of those get away from him. And either a pass ball or a wild pitch allows the Rays to take the lead.
Yeah, it's a hard slider right here that Suzuki looked like he got down to block. Yeah. And the ball just hit his glove and trickled behind him. And that allowed Butler to score from third.
Pass ball charged to Suzuki. The Rays have the lead. And there's ball 4. Knox has to get Kiermaier, and not a good at-bat for either Kotz or Suzuki. Now Aaron Sevilla will bat. Aaron Sevilla with a swinging strikeout in the second and a sacrifice fly in the 5th. Remember last night in the game in the middle innings, in 3 straight innings the Rays failed to produce, and Suzuki catches that one down and in, leaving the bases full. Kotz has to retrieve the return throw that bounced out of his glove.
Well, he should have caught it, just hit off the end of his glove.
But in 3 straight innings the Rays left the bases full, and of course that ended up costing them at the end of the game. Here they've gotten a run in the 5th on a fly ball, and now a double, single, and a walk and a pass ball have given them 2 more runs. Swing and a miss, down and in.
Well, I remember that throw back into the field. Escobar tried to get the runner at home, and that allowed Butler to go from first to second.
The first run was going to score on Butler's single, but a couple of mistakes allowing the Rays to take the lead here in the 6th. Fouled away. 1-2. Hits are even, runs are not. Team with 8 hits. Up and away. 2-2.
Kotz and Aaron Sevilla were teammates in Texas a couple years ago.
Throw to first.
Excuse me, last year they were teammates. Aaron Sevia's got pop in his bat. The average has always been down around 210, 220 type hitter. But a lot of power.
A strikeout ends the inning, but the Rays strike twice to take the lead. run scoring for the Rays against Tommy Malone.
Well, Torrey Hunter right there getting that ball back in, but Geyer scores the home run by Forsythe. That gave the Rays an early 2-0 lead, but the Twins we've seen battle back. Sano hitting the B ring here, getting a double. That coming in the third inning. That scored Brian Dozier. And then Escobar. 3 home runs in the last couple days. And Robinson scoring an infield base hit. That allows the overthrow by the error by Cabrera, allows Suzuki to score. But the Rays come back and score 2. They'll take a 5-4 lead.
And so the Twins with 3 innings left, down a run as Byron Buxton leads things off here in the 7th. And he's facing a new pitcher, Alex Colomé.
Colomé worked a shutout inning in last night's ball game. 14 pitches, 9 for strikes, making his 28th appearance.
And now Buxton, who struck out 3 times already, takes strike 1 and strike 2. Buxton had a game like this against Chris Sale and the White Sox when he just really had a hard time making contact, and that's been the story here tonight. 0 for 3 with 3 swinging strikeouts. And on 3 pitches he's gone. 0 for 4 with 4 Ks, 1 away. And that'll bring up Dozier. Dozier 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
This is a slider down and away, and Buxton swinging through it. So making contact has been tough for Buxton here tonight.
Dozier hit the ball hard his last time up, lining out to Butler in the left field corner. Pitch is up, ball 1. Through the 6-game winning streak, the Twins haven't given away many runs. They just gave one away in the 6th with a couple of mistakes. Now we'll try to get it back here in the 7th, 2-0. The 5th run for the Rays, an unearned run because of the pass ball. Back toward the hole. Nice stop by Cabrera, but he'll have no play. Dozier gets a hit with 1 out in the 7th.
Yeah, Dozier picking up his first hit, and for the Twins, their 9th hit of the ball game.
Mauer will hit a double. Our Carsoup.com trivia question. Before last night, who was the last outfielder with at least 12 triples, 13 assists? It's all yours.
I have no idea.
Carlos Beltran.
Yeah.
Who did it with the Royals in 2001. Beltran still going strong with the Yankees. So that was Kiermaier who did it, and the way things are going, Rosario might have a shot at that as well. Here's Mauer, 1 for 3. Raring to bunt with Longoria playing at deep third base. Pretty good ball players. Kirby Puckett did it in 1985, his 2nd year in the big leagues. Tony Gwynn, Ruben Sierra. Teammate of yours, Brett Butler, right?
Yeah, 1985.
One to Mauer. The Rays apparently don't think that Joe Mauer is going to pull the ball based on where they're playing Brandon Geyer in right field. We've seen teams do this, but Geyer is way over as he was the other day. He's more in center field than right field, it seems.
Colomé gets that fastball in the mid-90s.
Dozier at first. Up the middle, knocked down by the pitcher. Dozier will reach second base, and Mauer narrowly retired at first. Could have been a double play grounder, but Colomé deflected it, slowed it down. Dozier to second, 2 away for Sano.
Yeah, could have been a base hit up the middle too, but Colomé did knock it down, and Cabrera took the out at first. Take a look, see where Cabrera is playing. That ball was scooted through, may have got through the infield, but instead Dozier at second, 2 outs.
See how carefully Sano is pitched to here. First base is open, Plouffe is on deck. Sano has absolutely knocked the stuffing out of the ball in his last 2 swings. Hitting the catwalk for an RBI double in the 3rd, and then drilling one through the left side of the infield in the 5th. And what we've seen from the big man is the ability to take pitches off the plate. If somebody's not going to throw it over, he has shown the willingness to take a walk. And they shave the outside corner on the first pitch.
Colomé faced Sano in last night's ball game, and Miguel popped it up to second. Fastball away off the plate, but called a strike.
To center. Playable for Kiermaier. Dozier left at second. The Twins trail by a run as we will stretch here at Tropicana Field.
Before. It's only what's happening today, and we've been resilient in that way all year. So when we did lose those 3 games in New York, we didn't worry about it. We told ourselves that we could have won all 3 games, and the ball didn't bounce our way. And then we got to Baltimore, and the ball did bounce our way, and that's what happens in baseball.
I always say winning is a mentality, and if you think you can go out there and play and compete and win, you're going to do it. But you know, if you have any doubt, any worry, it's going to choke the life out of your success. So we're out there just doing what we have to do.
We've stayed confident in what we're trying to accomplish and that kind of thing. We don't get ahead of ourselves, but when you have streaks like this and stuff, you ride them out as long as possible, and so that's what we're looking for.
Well, the Twins down a run, and it's amazing, isn't it? Sometimes it does come down to the bounce of the ball. Swinging a foul and making a play. 1 at bat out of 35 in a game. That can turn a loss into a win, or the other way around.
We've seen Suzuki block so many pitches throughout the summer, and then that one just trickled behind him.
2 strikes, and jam shot nearly got Daniel Nava in the on-deck circle.
Still 2 strikes to Brandon Guyer. That's hit to left. Robinson hardly has to move. 1 down.
This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Nava with 2 singles. On their 3rd relief pitcher here in the 7th inning. Another short start, this time by Tommy Malone.
Nava, 32 years old. You mentioned last night, a couple years ago, he hit .303 for the Boston Red Sox. Last year, .270. And then lost a lot of playing time and was having a tough time. They wanted to send him out. Rays decided let's claim him on waivers. Came into this year a .273 career hitter.
Seemed like a good pickup by the Rays or anybody else because he's a switch hitter, versatile player out in the field.
Got some speed. He can steal some bases.
Seems like the Rays are forever reclaiming players, whether they're pitchers, relief pitchers, position players like Nava, Carlos Pena, Asdrubal Cabrera, guys like that.
Well, sometimes when you get stuck in an organization where, you said Betts is kind of taken over, his role pretty much. Well, you get traded and all of a sudden you say, I got to work harder. Here's my other chance. And that's what Nava's going through right now.
2-2 from Kotz. Swing and a miss and a strikeout.
Kotz picks up his 2nd strikeout in relief.
And that'll bring up Evan Longoria.
Yeah, Nava chasing a high fastball right here.
And Paul Molitor is going to make a change.
Casey Fiend has been warming up in the bullpen.
Kotz didn't pitch last night. Fiend didn't pitch last night. May and O'Rourke didn't. Neither did Perkins, but we don't expect to see him as the Twins try to patch this thing together. Will do for Blaine Boyer what it did for Casey Fiend because he's been really, really good lately.
He really has. You go back to his last 15 appearances, 2 wins, 1 loss out of that bullpen, 4 holes, 17 1/3 innings for Casey Fiend. Opponents hitting just 169. Now he worked here on Tuesday night, 2 shutout innings in the Twins win.
Longoria takes strike 1 from Fiend.
I mean, you look at his numbers, only 4 walks for Casey Fiend on the season. 48 1/3 innings pitched.
1-1.
What you love about Casey Fiend, there's no fooling around out there. He gets right back on that pitching rubber with that bulldog type of attitude. He'll come right at that hitter.
Tapper to short. Escobar to his left fires on the run. And the Twins bullpen patches together a 1-2-3-7. For the Orioles, and of course the Twins had a big part of that, sweeping them in Baltimore. And you have an awful series like that, you're looking for that next series to kind of rebound, make a statement that you're back in it, but it didn't work out very well for the Orioles.
No, Orioles struggling right now.
Well, the Twins hope to extend a winning streak that started in Baltimore to 7 games. It'll be Trevor Plouffe leading off the 8th.
Alex Colomé out there for his second inning of work. Did give up a base hit to Dozier in the 7th.
Up and away, ball 1. So again, many of the games, if not most, in this 6-game winning streak, it was determined in the late innings with the Twins getting a big hit and the Twins bullpen being a little bit better than the other guys. Up and away again, 2-0.
Colomé, 26 years old. Now, he started the season on the disabled list, had some tendonitis in his right forearm. Made 13 starts for the Rays this year, now in that bullpen.
Down the middle of strike.
Got a good fastball.
Plouffe, Hunter, and Escobar. On the outside corner, 2-2.
Boy, perfect fastball right there, down and away. In the mid-90s. Pitcher's pitch. Nasty.
Strike presented by Carrier. 2-2 to Plouffe. Pulled foul.
He hooked it. He hung him a hook right there, and Trevor just fouled it off. Paid attendance tonight, 9,375.
I think adding up the 3 games here drew a total of under 28,000. 2-2 to the leadoff man in the 8th. Popped up, it's back and out of play.
Luke with 18 home runs on a year. Did hit one in New York earlier on this road trip.
Two and two. A high fly to left field. Butler, short of the track, makes the catch, one away.
Just got underneath that fastball a bit.
And before Hunter's at bat, Fox Sports North is proud to partner with Girls on the Run Twin Cities to empower girls to be healthy and confident. Join us for the Girls on the Run Fall 5K, Saturdays November 14th at Harriet Island Pavilion. To register, visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on upcoming events. Here's Hunter 0 for 3. Hit into a double play his last time up. Swing and a miss. Hunter tried to tie it up. First pitch.
Torrey's last home run coming August 7th in Cleveland. A solo home run late in the ball game. That game winner. In that 10-9 game that hit that off of Brian Shaw.
Swing and a foul. Got Aaron Sebia. 0-2. Time letting Aaron Sebia recover a bit from a foul tip. 0-2. To the screen. The Twins 12-12 in August. 4 games left this month. They've had just one winning month, and that was the incredible month of May when they won 20 ball games. Another 0-2. Connor strikes out, 2 down.
Yeah, the hard-breaking ball right there. Colomé picks up his second strikeout in relief.
Pretty good pitch down and away, the slider. And Torrey swinging over the top. Here's Escobar. 2 hits, including another home run tonight. Twins at one point had a 4-2 lead, but they haven't scored since the 4th inning. A couple of singles, and that's been it. Strike on the outside corner. Twins feasted on the Rays bullpen here on Tuesday night, but it's been very good. 1-1. The other left-hander, Xavier Cedeno, warming up. You've got 2 of them, Romero and Cedeno. Jake McGee again might not pitch anymore this year with a knee issue. He's one of the better left-handed relievers in the league. 1-1 to Escobar. Half swing, but strike 2. Playing very deeply. No doubles alignment. Willing to give up a 2-out single.
They're just respecting Escobar's power.
That too.
Yes.
See what he gets here on 1-2. How would you explain first baseman Nava almost standing on the first baseline.
No doubles.
If there's a ball that gets between Nava and the line, he's got some splaining to do. Back to the glove. Colomé with a good 8th inning, and it's still 5-4. The 8th inning, you got the last out of the 7th. Forsythe, Cabrera, and Butler are due up. Twins don't have anyone warming up in the bullpen. The Rays do. Boxberger warming up for what they hope will be a save situation.
He is a closer here now.
Forsythe with a home run in the 1st and then a leadoff double in the 6th when the Rays not only tied the game but took the lead. And a first pitch strike. Forsythe followed by Cabrera, who's 0 for 3, and then Butler 1 for 3. Outside, 1-1.
Ryan O'Rourke just getting up in the bullpen, starting to get some throws in.
Right to Escobar. 1 down. We'll bring up Cabrera, but first, follow live Twins baseball every day with MLB.com at bat on your smartphone or tablet. Stay connected to the Twins all season with MLB.TV Game of the Day, in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, and more. Browse the app's new features, including StatCast tracking videos and bilingual access for Spanish-speaking fans. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Cabrera with a fly to left, a bouncer to second, and a foul out to Sano at third. Ball 1. Ahead to the 9th inning, the Twins have Suzuki, Robinson, and Buxton due up. Bench players Rosario, Herman, and Nunez. Foul back. Now we should say before we get to the drama of the top of the 9th inning, when we hope the Twins take the lead, but you're going to take a little bit of a break now, right, after the next game?
Well, doing the games that I do, I get some breaks throughout the summer, and this is my last one.
Okay.
I'll rejoin you and the Twins on the 14th of September.
So, just to be clear, you're going to be off the air for a while, and it's not suspension related or anything?
No.
Okay. To left field, Robinson.
Well, you know what? As the Twins go to Minnesota and play the Astros and then the White Sox, I want one thing for you to do. I want you to get the starters to go deeper into the ball game so these guys in the bullpen don't get worn out. They've done a great job in this road trip, but these starters for the Twins, they need to pick it up and get into the 7th, hopefully the 8th inning.
And you want me to do that?
I want you to do that, yes.
I'll go down and talk to
I will
them.
be watching.
Not today. We'll be busy packing and getting on the bus and the plane and all that. But that'll be my first order of business tomorrow, to talk to the starters and tell them, look, guys, let's go at least 7 here.
Please. I don't think that's asking too much.
They'll go. Who are you again?
What's your name?
Outside 2-0.
And make sure you do it after you get off the plane, because if you tell them before the plane, you may not go back to Minnesota. You may come to Florida with me.
Drop me over Georgia.
On to Fort Myers.
As ballast. Driven to right. Another opposite field hit for Butler. That's where he got his hit in the 6th inning. This comes with 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, Butler picks up his 2nd hit since being recalled for the 2nd time.
Well, not to belabor the point, but it's been your experience, hasn't it, that when a team gets on a good roll, it's usually generated by good starting pitching, and that has not been the case on this road trip.
No, it hasn't.
Here's Jaso. Hit a ground ball to Plouffe at first base in the 6th.
Well, you need somebody to step up, and hopefully Kyle Gibson can do that tomorrow night.
You know, the Twins at the start of the year, they were hoping to be where they are right now in playing these meaningful games we keep hearing about in August and now hopefully into September. But they were expecting that Hughes, Santana, and Nolasco were going to be leading the way. They've invested very heavily in those 3 guys. Now here we are. We're playing meaningful games, and 2 of the guys are on the disabled list, and one of them isn't pitching very well. High and tight, 1-1. Butler at first with 2 down. He trying to get the Twins off the field, down by just a single run. And now low, 2-1.
Yeah, Jaso pinch hit in the 6th inning for Tim Beckham. Hit a ground ball to Trevor Plouffe that Blaine Boyer, the only batter he faced, able to retire him. A 3-1 put out.
Fouled away.
Casey Bean in his 4th season with the Twins. Earlier this year on a disabled list, had some right shoulder issues. Missed about a month, but he has been pitching very good since his return.
Tap to the right side, and Plouffe will go to the bag. That ends the 8th. Twins hope to steal one in St. Petersburg. Down a run as we go to the 9th. Kurt Suzuki will lead things off for the Twins in the ninth against a very good closer for the Tampa Bay Rays, Brad Boxberger.
Yeah, Boxberger with 30 of the 48 saves for the Rays. 48 saves, the most in the American League. The St. Louis Cardinals have the most saves out of their bullpen in the major leagues, but Boxberger in his first season getting this opportunity and making the most out of it. 49 innings pitched, only 45 hits allowed. He has walked 26, 4 intentionally, but has 60 strikeouts. Boxberger with a good fastball, very good changeup, and he'll mix in a hard breaking ball.
First pitch missing inside. Boxberger a couple years younger than Phil Hughes, but they both went to the same high school, Foothill High School in Santa Ana. 1-0 to Suzuki. Shane Robinson in the on-deck circle, and there's a strike.
Yeah, Foothill High School, not too far from Anaheim Stadium. Boxberger, originally the Cincinnati Reds' #1 pick in 2009, played his college ball out of University of Southern California, USC.
Fouled back. Twins would love to get Suzuki aboard, maybe pinch run Nunez for him. Try to get the tying run with some speed on the bases, and Suzuki in tonight's game has a pair of doubles. So now behind in the count, 1-2. Struck him out. One gone in the ninth. And now for what's next, brought to you by CenturyLink. A plane ride home. Twins will get in the middle of the night, then take on a great Houston Astros team, starting with Scott Kazmir going against Kyle Gibson tomorrow.
Rosario will be pinch hitting for Shane Robinson here with 1 out in the ninth.
A week from now, the Twins will perhaps expand the roster to add some bench players, perhaps Kenny Vargas. But right now, Rosario, the best pinch hitting option. He has not picked up a pinch hit this year, and that's been a chronic problem for the Twins. Just 5 pinch hits and 43 at bats, and 3 runs batted in, no home runs. Rosario takes up and away ball 1. As a pinch hitter, Rosario is 0 for 3. Best pinch hitter is the guy pinch hit 4 here, Shane Robinson. He has 3 of the 5 Twins hits, pinch hits this year. Rosario down the line, but foul. Robinson had gone 1 for 3 today. Eduardo Nunez has a pinch hit. Chris Herman has a pinch hit. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good change up right there. So back-to-back change-ups.
Buxton on deck. Two down, 2 strikeouts for Boxberger, and it'll be left to Buxton. Buxton being called back, and Chris Herman's going to hit for Buxton.
After an 80-mile-an-hour changeup, Boxberger throwing that 93-mile-an-hour fastball right past Rosario.
Well, the Twins using what they have on the bench. First Rosario, now Herman. Nunez still left there, but Buxton obviously had a tough night tonight with 4 swinging strikeouts, and he won't have a chance to hit here in the ninth. Herman is a pinch hitter, 1 for 4. He drove in 2 runs with a triple way back in April. Off the bench. And the Twins have only had 1 pinch hit RBI since. Swing and a miss.
Well, I look at Boxberger, and this is the first time I've seen him. He reminds me a little bit of Troy Percival.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, almost the same build. Former catcher turned great reliever.
Second time that Boxberger's fastball has knocked some of the equipment off of Aaron Seavey. He's got a finger guard or something there. 2 strikes to Chris Herman. Fouled back.
Well, 3 straight fastballs. They say he has a nasty changeup. Rosario saw it a couple times, along with that good fastball.
And a take, 1-2. If Herman can keep the game alive, Dozier would have a chance. Checked his swing and fouled it toward the Twins dugout.
5 fastballs so far to Chris Herman. There's the changeup.
The off-speed pitch strikes him out. Boxberger strikes out the side, and the 6-game road winning streak comes to a close.
Well, you lose a winning streak here tonight, but a great road trip for the Twins. Going 6-4, now they go home where they are 14 games over 500. So good luck to the Twins. Keep it going.
And we'll see you in 2.5 weeks. Tom Hanneman, it was a road trip that saw the Twins reemerge as a potential playoff team.